DC Turn Up. Then I did Top Girl. I did a couple of songs, right? Like 8 songs. 4 of them came out, which is DC Turn Up, Top Girl, and then Too Much. Toffee Pantang, right? Where you hear Obolobo Asimo Skin Tighty, Nowhere, okay, it's Asimo Skin Tighty. That's a hook that I built for a song called Bumper Dumper for Khaki. Unfortunately, they didn't use the Bumper Dumper song, so they had to just cut the hook that was there, the Obolobo, and then put it on Samini's song that he had written for Khaki on the Toffee Pantang. So the Toffee Pantang and then my hook. To date, even on that song, I'm not getting credit on it. They've actually hidden my name. But the song that was taken in and out of the studio has Samini, Stonwoy, and Linguakat. Till today. That's what they've done on the song. Now I have an interview. Then I'm asked, oh, Linguakat, what are your credibilities? What have you put in the industry? Then I mentioned, oh, I'm the songwriter for Khaki. And then it becomes something else. I get a rebuttal telling me I'm not the only songwriter on the song. Why am I in a rush to claim song ownership? When actually I had made a song that is popular and is on the street and is playing. So this is where the Khaki incident comes through. And every time I've been out there trying to talk about this, Jamas Ajay takes it personal. Forgetting the work that I did. You know, he's taking the thing so personal, he gets so bitter for me claiming what I deserve, my work. If you listen to all my interviews, I give credit to everybody that helped in every way along the way, because I cannot be greedy and say I did this. DC Turn Up Fully song is mine. And that's not the only song. I did one for Jada Sparkles. They had an artist called Jada Sparkles. She was also a female artist in Extra Large. And if you can remember the song, Bossu, send me bad another race, make a tune. Boss in your face, Bossu, send me bad wicked and bad. Boss man, send me bad in your yard, Bossu. That's one big song in Ghana. But it was a rap song. And then I did a hook song for the girl. So, I mean, if you go into why today we don't even have a dance or female artist, I would say, apart from Ebony being independent, Khaki is not. Right? She's not there. Now she can't even own her own song. The song that she performed is being taken off from her. Then I that wrote and then birthed the song, I have never earned a penny, received any proper recognition. Even what I'm doing is being taken off from me. You know, and when you have opportunities like this and then you say what you have to say, people take bitterness and have feelings. But yo, the right thing will be done, and it has to be done. And that's why I always keep voicing out the truth. Everybody that played a part in the Khaki incident is because High Grade Family and Extra Large had that, bond, and then they talked. But if I didn't put up any contract, it doesn't mean I have to be cheated or I need to be excluded. I'll not go out there and say Stoneway wrote too much, because he did not. I birthed the song. You can't tell me you changed my windows of my house, so you are the what? You are part of the. Come on. So that's the bit about the Khaki incident with the Jam Master J issue that has been lingering from 2012 to date. One thing is that, seriously, I think the right thing needs to be done, and the right thing would depend on how the other party is receiving this message in this whole bohaha. Because if it goes too much, maybe my kid will have to come and then fight for it when everything has been intellectually protected. Because what is mine is mine. One thing they did, and then I think they've done so well. That's why I say I always give credit. Is that at least when they cut the CD, they put my name on 2 of the songs, which is supposed to be 3 of the songs on that, or because they didn't bring the single out there. Top Girl, they didn't release it on an album, but it's my song, full out. And I bet you, I don't know any song on Khaki's album that would not be mentioned from DC Turn Up, Too Much, Top Girl, Tough Pantang. And I'm all in that. So that's the story. So if anybody thinks he's out there and he has a different thing, you should bring it up. I've always been ready to have that dialogue and then see if I'd putting down a split sheet. This is how the songs go to Khaki. And this is the contract, verbal contract. Lingua, you record one song for Khaki, you write one song, record one song for Khaki. You have one song. So I have a song called Dancehall Groove. If you know, it's big. People think it's Khaki's song because on the release date, the publisher published it, Khaki featuring Linguakat, instead of Linguakat featuring Khaki. Even my own song that I had end credit on, they were trying to tell me because I wasn't popular or I wasn't a superstar, so Khaki featuring Linguakat. How can you do this? How can you do this? After all I did, I mean, do I deserve all this? So a song, and I did over 8 songs. How many songs do I have from Jam Master J? 1. Who promoted it? Myself. You know? After doing all that for Jada Sparkles in the studio, and you know that Jada Sparkles girl is a blessing because everywhere she had gone, she would spill it. She would spill the beans. Unlike the other one that thought that they said because I wasn't popular, so she was supposed to go out there and mention Samini and Stonwoy. She kept drumming the Samini and Stonwoy thing, confusing the public about who even Linguakat was. My own credibility was even shumped because they were using popularity and whatever to overshadow the works that I had done. You know? So that's the Khaki issue with the Jam Master J and the whole high grade business. Yeah, you see, the issues are real issues because I wouldn't say that probably their bowl of contention is a lie, you know, because everybody has a look at things. I was invited to Asasiasi studio by Rodney King, who owned the studio, right? I was invited over with Jaamba to come and then have free recording sections and then have, I mean, a whole lot when it comes to studio management, recording time, promotion and everything. So that's how Jaamba, got to full-time Asasiasi. When we went there, lo and behold, yes, we know that there was a clique in the foundation, and they were hip hoppers, and then we were reggae dancehall artists. One way or the other, something might have happened, you know, along the way that might have forced them out unconsciously, because the Asasiasi high grade thing, even when the high grade came, it was still Asasiasi. One thing people don't know is that Asasiasi has never left Asasiasi for high grade. High grade was like an upbreed of what Asasiasi was, because then it had a superstar in there, it had a famous person in there, it had a big name in there as Samini. So the attention was skewed from what Asasiasi used to be for and used to stand for to what Asasiasi had become, whereby the top artist at the studio at that time was a reggae dancehall artist, you know, and then a main street commercial artist who had name for over years. So, yes, the grudge might be genuine, but the intention of we deliberately just switching from Asasiasi to high grade would have been misjudged because it came unconscious. Yes, it happened. I accept that we had people there and all of a sudden they were relegated and they had to be like washed away unconsciously. It wasn't done on purpose, like because we said no, we don't want to record any hip hop guy, because there was Nature. And I remember Nature was with Sir Cordier on the Kasahari show with Dr. Duncan. Those days when they used to do that Kasahari thing at Adom FM. On Adom FM. Nature was there. We had Nature, who was also a hip hop artist with us. We had Benefactor. You know, there were a few hip hop artists that stood by, but majority of them went because the main focus now became reggae dancehall. Not because it was done consciously, but unconsciously and unfortunately, we had too many big reggae artists who were constantly at Asasiasi making sure that they were doing music business. And I think it really affected those that we came to meet, and probably that's the drift. But seriously, it was unconscious. I wouldn't say it was done purposefully to actually eradicate the background and the foundation of Asasiasi. So to no disrespect, yeah, I accept, not we, that yes, things went the way they did, but it was unconscious. With a heavy heart, I'll say Ghana music and